It is not always right to leave everything in the hands of the government. Because in Nigeria, most people now are leaving everything in the hand of God. Government have to do this, government have to do that. It is not always right to leave everything in the hands of the government. The informed segment of the Nigerian society, and especially those who are privileged to be educated, and the elite of our country must also become our gatekeepers to guide against evil and potential national tragedy. I think and I believe that I'm a privileged Nigerian. First of all, I can read and write. Not all Nigerians can read and write. Secondly, I'm so privileged to have seen more than all my countrymen have seen. I've traveled abroad. I've lived abroad more than I've lived in Nigeria. I've lived abroad more most of my life. I'm not like those Nigerians who live abroad and live in their Nigerian community. No, I've lived with the white people, with Europeans. I've interacted with the best of the best in the world. I'm privileged. So I'm not going to allow anybody to bring me back to the place of primitivism, of being afraid of talking. And those people who are regarded as the elite or educated in our society, that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I want to show them example of what elitism means. I have a book there that is called the Role of the Elite in National Transformation. I think somebody should give it to me. So that's why I wrote that book. And then you are born to change your country or something. So you are born to, yes, so to make your country great. So that's why I wrote these two books, so that the elite, the educated people in our society, will know what is expected of educated people. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. This is what everybody that counts himself or regards himself as educated person in Nigeria should be doing. Everybody should be challenging one problem or the other. Everybody should be putting his own energy and his all ingenuity into resolving one problem or the other in the society. If you are not doing that, you are not really educated. If you are not doing that, you are not really an elite. So if we say we are elite and we're educated, all of us should know that I don't need to be told. And if you are, the sign that you don't leave anything for government is a sign that you are truly educated. But if you are still waiting on the government to do something, it means that you are still in ignorance. You are in darkness of ignorance. You are not educated and you are not an elite. You are a parasite. And when I look into my country, all throughout the spectrum of my country, from the north to the south, east to the west, I see that most people are waiting for government. They are waiting for government to act. They are waiting for government to do something about the situations, in the country or something like that. And that, to me, shows that they are not really elite. That, to me, shows that they are not really educated. That, to me, shows that they are actually still in the labyrinth of darkness and confusion. If you are still waiting for government, it means you are not enlightened. And education means to be enlightened. And that's why I wrote this book. The Role of Elites in National Transformation. The Role of Elites in National Transformation. That's why I wrote the book, so that I would teach my people how elites are supposed to behave. Every elite in my country is supposed to be doing what I'm doing right now, taking one segment or the other, as its own charge, taking responsibility, for one segment or sphere of life or the other. And that's why I wrote this other book as well, The Role of Responsibility in National Transformation, or it's called You Are Born to Make Your Nation Great. You are born to make your nation great. So these two books are how elite, educated people must function in the society, not just living for personal survival. And that's what we have. We are over-consumed with our own personal survival, with our own, task and of making it in life and living big and all that. But we have lost purpose. We have lost focus. Life is not about ourselves in the first place. Life is supposed to be about others. How much value you add to other people, and how much value you add to the society that you are living in. And so that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. You want to know why I'm doing what I'm doing? First of all, because I have nothing to fear, because I'm on the Lord's side. And if I'm on the Lord's side, no wisdom, no understanding, no counsel can be against the Lord. So secondly, because I want to awaken the consciousness of our people, especially the elite and the educated people. I want to awake them into the roles that must be played by every educated person in the society, that they are not informed. Nobody is teaching us this. So I'm laying my life out there. I'm putting myself out there to be the example of how nations are changed. It is through activists like this. It is through active engagement of people who are better informed. And I see myself as somebody who is privileged and who is better informed than the people who are less informed. And I will not allow people like those GOs or bishops who are less informed to be the hero and to be the ones regulating affairs in my nation. Those GOs are less informed. Those GOs are uneducated. Those GOs are ignorant. And I will not sit down here and allow the ignorant people to spread their ignorance and to spread their darkness, to envelop my country in darkness and in evil. I will not sit down here knowing better and knowing what should be done better and just be complaining. No. I'm going to challenge the illiteracy and the ignorance of those people who are leading the people in the right way. I am going to challenge them, and I'm going to stand tall and show my generation and the coming generation the example of how elite must behave, how people who have been privileged must behave, how people who have traveled abroad must behave. We must not just that. You see, I don't talk about the government so much. No, I'm talking about us, first of all. I'm starting with the church, because the church is the light of the world. The Bible didn't say the government is the light of the world. The Bible didn't say the government is the salt of the earth. The Bible says the church is the light of the world. The church is the salt of the earth, not the government. So the government is secondary. And the Bible later on says that you are the light of the world, which means individual believers. That's why I'm starting with all of us. So what am I doing? And why am I doing what I'm doing? Because I'm laying a new rule of operation. I'm laying new model d'operandi to our people, for our people to see that there are new rules of engagement, that we can do things differently, and that we don't have to follow the carte blanche that the ignorant people have laid before us. We don't have to follow the order and the rules of the day like the GOs and the churches are doing it, and the way they are doing it, because they are doing it the wrong way. What they have been doing all these years is what has led us to where we are today. They have led us to a standstill. They have led us to a national disaster. And I would not know better and sit here and be saying, well, because they are elders, I have to keep quiet. No. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing, so that the other people who are better informed and the other people who at least think with their mind will be able to say, well, this guy is doing something different. Maybe he's right. And one day they will know that I'm right, and they will be able to follow suit. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm throwing a challenge to the educated and the elite of our nation, so that we'll be able to raise up a whole plast and a whole army of people who are better informed and who know how to respond to challenges of a nation and to challenges of the society. People who are so responsible and take responsibility upon themselves that they don't look on the government. They don't point accusing fingers. They are not just sentimental and just condemning this, condemning that, and just giving speeches, but they are coming with solutions, with answers, and with roadmaps on how to resolve the challenges of their age. That is exactly what I'm doing. So, it is not always right to leave everything in the hands of the government. The informed segment of the Nigerian society, which are the educated or the informed people, and especially those who are privileged to be educated, and the elites of our country must also become our gatekeepers. So that's the role of elites and the educated people. We have to become gatekeepers. And what I'm doing, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm acting as a gatekeeper to guide against evil and potential national tragedy. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Sunday Adelaja here. If you believe in nation building principles, please like this video, share it with your friends, and let's change our nations together.